Hello everyone, it's Truds here, and today we've got another Destiny 2 video. Today we've got a quick and easy guide covering all the basic ins and outs you need to know regarding the seasonal vendor, the Prismatic Recaster, as well as the best ways to obtain the precious upgrade material you'll need to max this out for the season, called Twisted Energy. We'll also look at how the Umbral Decoder works with the best farm methods on how to obtain the altered element and trace override, which are required for basic and improved Umbral Engram focusing. All of this overarches within the new seasonal event, Contact, and so this will also be a guide to maximise your time and efficiency completing this event. This is your one-stop shop ultimate kickstart guide for the season of arrivals. So this season's main content loop is surrounding the Prismatic Recaster and the new Contact public events found on Io and Titan. Essentially, you'll need to upgrade the Prismatic Recaster to get the new seasonal gear, seasonal mods, and also unlock the nodes found within the Gifts of Light and Dark vendor subscreen. To note as well that once you have got the first rank up, there is a daily rotating mod available for purchase at the cost of free mod components. To enable additional nodes though to be unlocked in the subscreen, you need to rank up the Prismatic Recaster. For this, you will need Twisted Energy. Each rank up will cost 500 Twisted Energy too. Twisted Energy is a reward for completing the weekly bounties from the Prismatic Recaster. Each weekly bounty completed will grant you 500 Twisted Energy. So with both weekly bounties completed, you'll get 1000 Twisted Energy, which is enough for 2 rank ups. You can also obtain an amount of Twisted Energy from various rank up stages on the season pass, with a total of 500 available within the first 12 ranks of the season pass. Now the Recaster is only upgradable per character, so you can't stack bounties across your account. Now it's clear that Bungie limited this seasonal currency somewhat to prevent excessive upgrades in the early weeks. But there's one upgrade node that you can and should unlock early doors, which will also grant you extra Twisted Energy every single time you decrypt an Umbral Engram. Umbral Mastery 1 is one of the first nodes you should unlock. As for the rest of the nodes to unlock, you'll want to unlock the Umbral Enhancement 1 early as well, so that you can focus your Umbral Engrams for a specific loot that you're chasing. As for the order to upgrade the rest of them, it's not overly urgent as they all have differing effects on how often Umbral Engrams drop, the focusing of them, or the granting of bonus perks and higher stat rolls. So pick the ones which you think will suit you best. Speaking of focusing, this is also done in the Recaster via the Umbral Focusing vendor subscreen. There's 4 basic Umbral focusing options varying from new weapons and armour to returning seasonal and gambit weapons. You can also focus this even further via the improved arsenal and improved armour focusing sections, which will really allow you to target specific weapons or higher stat leans on armour. Now all of this focusing will require further seasonal currency at varying costs with Altered Element and Trace Override. Altered Element is obtainable from daily bounties where you'll get 25 per bounty completion, and it will also have a chance to drop from activity and event completions such as strikes or the Contact public event. You'll need a constant amount of this, especially if you're going to focus your weapons and armour often, so make sure you complete the daily bounties inside activity playlists to really maximise the potential earn rate. Finally, you can obtain a good number of Altered Element from completed associated triumphs under the seasonal tab. These vary in difficulty from simply completing the first mission of the season to beating various heroic Contact public events throughout the season. So take your pick and target ones you can complete easily at this early stage of the season. As for Trace Override, this is only obtained from the Recaster itself and only once you've upgraded the Recaster to rank 7. You can only purchase a limited amount of Trace Override for legendary shards per week. This currency is only required to focus the stat rolls on armor specific Umbral Engrams, so if you're not for maxing out your stat rolls, then I wouldn't worry too much about this currency. Umbral Engrams have a chance to drop from any activity though, and this is the place you'll come to focus them. Once you have done that, head to the Umbral Decoder, also located next to a drifter in the tower to decrypt them. So that's the Recaster and Umbral Engrams sorted, and to be honest, it's not as complicated or as grindy as in previous seasons' renditions, so hopefully you'll find it fairly straightforward to upgrade as long as you keep on top of the bounties and triumphs. As for the seasonal event Contact, this is a whole other kettle of fish entirely. Although it does bear similarities to last season's Seraph Tower event, it is actually generally easier, even if at the start of the season you are vastly underleveled towards the end stages of the event. The event is basically Gambit 2.0, as you kill enemies who produce motes, you then collect these motes and bank them in the central depository. It's match made within the public space, so if nobody's around I recommend hitting the start of the event, and the instance usually auto populates within minutes. You'll need to get 100% over 4 waves to trigger the boss phase. After each phase, the bank will lock down and taken blockers will arrive, which you will have to clear out to progress to the next phase. There's also a 1040 power level heroic version of the event which can occur, but it is entirely RNG on whether this triggers or not. To actually trigger the heroic version after the final boss, you'll need to bank blooms on each of the waves. Blooms are located within a pool of light which is generally guarded by a champion and adds. Kill the adds and champion to collect the bloom each round and bank it in the central deposit area. These count as basically a large amount of motes and help with progressing each phase. The heroic boss is 1040 and so is quite tanky at this time of the season, but as the weeks progress there's no doubt this whole event will just become a cakewalk, which is exactly what a seasonal event should be, as it's mainly there to facilitate the grind for new gear, and in this case through the Umbral Engrams. Be mindful of the full spectrum of champions that appear throughout and bring relevant mods to deal with them, although generally a sword will just suffice. So that's the seasonal grind in one easy to comprehend nutshell. I do hope the event goes a lot smoother this season with more people participating, but given that bounty burnout is strong in year 3, I am not too sure. But let me know in the comment section your thoughts about the Contact Publi event. Is it in a good spot, or is it just one event too far this year? If you are new here and enjoy regular build videos and guides, then please hit subscribe. It's a free and easy way to stay up to date with the channel. Also, a rating down below is always greatly appreciated. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.